Hi and thanks for purchasing Siren Control System. We love flashlights and this is nice. This is why I show you today in this tutorial how to edit the flashlight patterns, so the light bar patterns. So before we start, you can go to the wonderful shop page here on Fab Marketplace and click on documentation down below and choose English or German. If we click on English right now, then we come to the website where you can scroll down easily to the documentation, or we click just here on documentation. And here we have the table of content where we would go to, let's see, on creating light bar logic. And you can read here that we need something which is called light pattern. So, but never mind, today I show it in the video. So if you go to your wonderful project, then you have your SCS, so the Siren Control System light bar right here. And when I click play now, you can see on the left side here, yeah, there is something blinking, I know, but this is just a demo beacon light. But if we go up here, you see flashlight, pref pattern, so previous pattern, toggle flashlight, and next pattern. So I press num2 and we see it's working. And when I press num3, we go to the next pattern, which is this one here. And today we make our own one. So first of all, you need to create a folder where you maybe or maybe not want to save your pattern. I call this now example. And when we go to the example folder here, we can create a new file when we click here on MISC and then choose data table. And here you just simply search for light and there you find light pattern struct. Click OK. And now we name this DT for data table underscore example light bar or something like this. So open this up and we find nothing, of course, because it's empty. But we find the structure here, row name, pattern, active light, step duration, and loop. Click on add and yeah, add a new row. This row don't have to has a name or something like this. You can name it, but you don't need to. I recommend you to name it like default or pattern 1 or something like this, just for our own organization. And then you can click here on active light, step duration, and loop. We first of all want to activate loop because this is a repeating pattern. It's not like ons. This is played multiple times, so loop it. So the next step is to add some active lights. The active lights are, like the name tells you already, the currently active or not active lights. This means this is an array and the entries here are the cycles which the system works through and repeats. So let's say we want to make a left to right pattern where we have maybe, or you know what, left is the outer left and the outer right parts of the light pattern blinks and then only the middle part blinks. We don't have this pattern right now. So this side here blinks, then they are vanished, let's say vanished, and then the middle part blinks here. I saw this in real life, so let's do this. So first of all, we need the logic of this light bar. So click on your light bar or open up your static mesh. Since I have no idea where this static mesh is, I mean I have, but if you don't have it, you can simply click on light mesh here and then make a double click on static mesh. The static mesh opens. We can close the blueprint and work with this one here. You see, I added already some mesh sockets. You can ignore these. I will make a tutorial about this or these mesh sockets and what they do. But first of all, we have to clarify which faces of our wonderful light bar are the ones we want to have to glow. So I recommend you to make a screenshot of your light bar and name it like I did here. So these wonderful IDs are the IDs of each light face. So every face on your mesh, every material which can glow up. For example, we have L0, so you have these 3 faces here and they can glow up. But we have also single faces, and this is how you communicate to the light bar which material should glow up, and which not. So this is very easy. Make a screenshot like I did here and we work with this one here right now. Okay, I think this is quite fine. We have on the left side here the IDs, and on the right side here now the mesh. And you can see, for example, in the middle we have FB here, because this is the back side of our light bar. And this mesh socket, you can ignore it, but this phase here is now interesting. So we have FB. You find also the material slot name FB here. We click on isolate and you see, yeah, this is FB down below here. So this is how you call it. So every, let's call it glow-able phase of your mesh can be or is a material slot. And if you want to have or some more phases which glow on the same time every time, like this one, and this one, you can simply name them or assign them one single material slot like I did here with L0. But never mind. Now we start. You know now that the active lights and the light slot ID here, this one, is always the material slot name, which I call here light slot ID. So we click on this wonderful plus sign here, and I need L0. Yeah, let's do it like L0 and R0. Okay, we need two entries, R0 and L0. They will glow up, and this would be these 6 parts, these 3 and these 3. So we activate now, use color tint, and we give it a bluish color. Oh yeah. Wonderful blue. And now we say we want to have a real light. So real light means if you want to activate the real environment light, like the spotlight effect you get there. This costs performance, but on the other hand, it's optimized, but it's early access. So it's not perfect, but it should work without any problems. I hope so. If you get problems, please report them, because this is a really experimental feature. It's hard to make these stuff performant, so like that it don't cost so much FPS. But it don't cost so much FPS, so we continue with use real light true. Now the emissive intensity, of course, you know what the emissive intensity is. It's a light phase intensity, so when it's glow up, how intense it is. I set this to maybe 100, maybe more, maybe less. You decide. And now we are done with this. Now the left side glows and the right side glows, which is really easy, right? So we add a new additional entry here to the active lights. This is entry 1, index 1. This one here will be, I think different. We could, I just think about now how the light pattern will show up. I mean, we want to have the left and the right side and then only the middle. But the thing is, do we want to add here a pause or not? I think we don't add a pause here. So just click on index 0 with a right click and say copy and insert it on index 1. Paste. Wonderful. But now we have the light slot IDs, and no, not the left and the right side should glow, but the whole middle part. So we enter every ID here, like LF1, LF2. Please write it correctly. Then FF of, I don't know. I mean, FF is normally the LA light or the front working light and the back working light, FB. So, but in this case, I think I will colorize it. You can do this. You can colorize slots if your material allows it, but I make a tutorial about this soon. And then we enter here RF, RF1, and of course, 4 additional entries, LB1, LB2, and RB1 and 2. So I think this is quite nice. So, okay, we are done here. We add an additional entry, and this one will be a pause entry. So you don't have to give this one here informations. Just ignore it. Now we go to step durations. Just to explain it to you. So index 0 will light up the left and right side. Index 1 only the middle part in the front and back. And index 2 does nothing. It's a pause. So we add here step durations, 3 entries because we have here 3 active lights. And now you can set up how fast it should blink or So let's say we want to add here 0.05. So 0.05 seconds, and also for the middle part. So this is the duration of the left and right side, and Index 1 is the duration of the middle part. And now we have index 2, which is our pause. And I think the pause should be 0.1 seconds. Okay, I'm very, very excited how this will look like. So, in my case, I added already a data table to my wonderful light bar, okay? So when I go browse to asset, you see here that I have already some light informations like here, DT light bar example 1 light pattern, and it looks like this. So if you want to add a completely new light database, let's call it static database data table to your object, to your blueprint, you can open up your blueprint and you have to set it, let me look it. Yeah, well, let me check it here. You have to add it here. So we could say, okay, we use this data table and we add it here on set light pattern table. Though here comes the thing, you have to add it to another location too. Don't ask me why, this is why I have to change this, but at the moment it's like that. So you go to your VP light bar example 1 or to the class defaults tab, and on the right side you search for light pattern. And here we have a light pattern table. So we changed it. Now there's a really important thing. I mentioned it here, but I will do a tutorial about this later. If you want to have real light spots active, activate it please here. Okay, but this is content for another tutorial. So we close it. I click play, and here we go. Yeah, this is the wrong one which blinking there. We want our one. This one here. Yeah, that's it. So you see, everything is working really, really fine. Wonderful. But now you notice that the middle part here is blinking white. So you see this here perfectly. This one is white. Why is it like this? This is because the material is not intended to be any other color than white, because when I show it to you with the unlit mode, this one here is the LA light, the front LA light, so the work light, okay? Like here on the back. I mean, you could here also add some LA lights, but I didn't do this right now. And yeah, but to change this is really simple. To change this, I go to my engine content, or not engine content, but plugin content. And you can get your plugin content by pressing here on the right side, settings, show plugin content. And then we go to materials and here to the light bar example. And here we have LA lights and blue light. And we click on LA light, open this up, go to light material and tell them now to, here, okay, EM color intensity. So the glow color intensity should be set on 1. And now we see nothing. But when I go now back to the project and we click play and I activate my wonderful flashlight, you see that it's working. It's not white anymore. So you can work with this, and we see we have this little pause, only 1 or not the 1, but 0.1 seconds in delay. But the other blinking lights are blinking with a duration of, I think 0.05 seconds, which is really, really fast. But it's normal for, modern flat light bars. Okay, now let's say we have this pattern done, but we want to add something else, like maybe a pattern which lets our light bar blinking green. Whatever, I have no idea. Is there a country where this is blinking green? I have no idea, but we will find it maybe out, but we make it now. So we duplicate the first entry. I call it now pattern 2. You can do this by right click and click duplicate, or CTRL-D for duplicate. And now I think I will remove some faces here. Let's check it out. So I want to have LF1, LB1 and RF1 and RB1 to blink green, while maybe I think it's fine. Okay, we just make it green, a little bit Christmas-like. So LF1, we remove the other stuff here. So the left side will glow and the right side will glow blue, of course, but the middle part will only glow green. So we check here green, 100%, bam. This will work perfect. We can close this, or we can edit the durations here. So if I edit the durations, let's do it like this. I could say, yeah, this has a duration of 0.1 and the pause has a duration of 0.2, for example. But the blue light is, yeah, 0.05. Let's do it like this. I'm very curious how this will look like. Okay, let's go. This is a normal one. Now I go to the next pattern. Aha! Nice. You see it? Oh, okay. I did here a mistake. I registered the wrong faces, the wrong light slot IDs. But never mind. I mean, it looks interesting, isn't it? Now we can activate the blinker. Very nice, very nice. So you see the front flashers got replaced by blinkers. This is because I registered these faces already as blinkers. When I disable the blinkers again, you see that it switched back to our light pattern. But if I only activate the right blinker, here the right blinker, you see that everything will glow up as default, except these faces which blinked in before in green, which is really, really nice. So now we can activate, I don't know, the working light here, the front working light or back working light. Easy. This is very nice. I mean, I have no idea why the light bar should blink like this, but you can do it if you want. We can also do something like blink, like pink, or I don't know, cyan or something like this. You can make whatever you want. So do whatever you want with it, play a little bit around with it, and yeah, you can also share on the support Discord in the showcase area what your result looks like and make some advertisement for your maybe or maybe not criminal crime or maybe police game, I don't know. Let's go law enforcement and see you in the next tutorial.